Yeah, he's not wrong. I'm from the north of England. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It's nice to see you can actually still afford to come outside. As a comedian, we get one free drink, which is why I'm here, because life is just too fucking expensive right now. That guy is laughing to hide the pain. He's gonna start crying any minute now, honestly. Not that long ago, you noticed inflation like when you were a kid, maybe like once or 2, 3 years, but now I notice it every week because I'm crying through looking at the price of tomatoes, which were just €3.50, and that was in Lidl. If you can't, I mean, you can't get any cheaper than Lidl. €3.50. Suddenly tomatoes are a fucking luxury. And we used to be able to blame COVID for this, but that suddenly just disappeared now. We blamed it for the cost of living crisis. We blamed it for the housing crisis. Didn't people like die? Like there were loads of people who died internationally, which caused lockdowns for months and months. Like where did the houses go? Like what the fuck happened? I really don't get it. And Germany, especially, a lot of countries are complaining because people aren't having kids anymore. And yeah, we can't fucking afford the little shits. Where are we supposed to put them? I mean, I have a dog, and at least I can put him in a box and just, leave the house for a little bit. But you can't do that with a child. And again, like with the recycling, Germany really strives to be very environmentally friendly, but do we not remember that kids come with a big bunch of fucking plastic that's just designed to break? Do we just forget that? And like with the the problem is like with plastic. Apparently, the kids are not the problem. It's straws. Apparently, that's where the focus is. McDonald's don't even give you a paper straw anymore. And I don't know about you, but drinking Coca-Cola in McDonald's from the cup just feels extra dirty. I don't know why. They give you a coffee cup now to drink it out of. It's, no, thank you very much. And so yeah, it's not just tomatoes and straws that are a life's luxury anymore. I mean, masturbating as well seems to be a life luxury. And it started with the energy crisis. Like the winters here are long, they're hard, and they're fucking cold. And everyone was just so scared to put the energy on. Like no one actually mentioned the prices. It was just like, oh no, your energy's going up. And you put the heating on, you can like hear the money emptying from the bank account. It's like, what is that? So you just fucking quickly turn it off. But what else are you supposed to do? It's natural instinct to want to be warm. So, what are your other options? Sex. Not me, I'm a comedian. But other people, you sit there and consider it. But even that is expensive, right? And who wants to risk having a child? Not me. No, thank you very much. I don't know how to put it. And so even birth control, you're thinking, yeah, there's birth control for this, there's condoms, things like that. Mark, condoms exist, But even birth control is not covered by insurance. It's really expensive, and the only thing that comes free with that is the suicidal thoughts, and I can't afford the therapy to go with that either, which is why I am here. So, sex is out of the question, birth control's really expensive, and you're thinking, well, wanking, you don't really have the risk of a child, so why would that be affected? 3 words: Catholic high school. I'm one of the unfortunate women. It takes a bit of support down there, to get things going. So I'm not ashamed to say that I use vibrators. But the problem is you have to charge them for them to work. So the problem is the energy again, which is why you're there in the first place. So you just got to buy some blankets and turn your house into a homeless shelter. So yeah, Catholic high schools, that resulted in a lot of oppression. You were either the ones who felt oppressed or the ones who got pregnant. There was like no in between. And Jesus honestly has the fucking audacity here. Like, he has a house every 5 minutes, specifically like in Bavaria, and every church is covered in gold with a little donation box at the side. Excuse me, when I have at least half of a house that you have, then we can talk about donations, right? I'm the fucking receiver of the donations. I'm not bloody giving them love. And my question is, at this point, can you have a midlife crisis if your life has been one long ass crisis. What is the midlife crisis going to look like for a millennial? Usually it's impulsive, right? You can afford to buy a fancy car or move abroad. Now, I've already moved abroad, like most of you, and you realise that you're the problem, and that shit follows you, and by the time you move to a place like Munich, you can't really afford to leave. So I'm going to die here. And the only car that I can afford to leave would be a remote control car. So that's not really going to get me far. Or if you get one of those ones that are pedalled by the feet and just get the dog to pull it, if we can afford the dog food. Listen. And I really tried to earn an honest living, went through the traditional route. I've got 2 computer science degrees, 9 years of experience. Exactly. You'd think that would be a good wage. I was promised, be the next Bill Gates. It takes one idea, build the app yourself. What a fucking bunch of bullshit that is. Fucking poor as fuck. I was richer as a student. And now it's got to the point where sex workers on TikTok are becoming my idol. They are sitting there earning millions, sat in Porsches. And I'm taking the fucking S-Bahn. If he decides to fucking work, I had to give a lap dance on a tram to get here this evening. You are welcome. And sex works, honestly, it should be becoming more of a thing, let's be honest. And it's not just the porn. There's at least, the selling you feet pictures or, selling used underwear. All I'm saying is just, before you judge, go home, take a good look at your feet, find your lighting, find your angles. You're welcome. Thank you.